This news update is brought to you by
I'm happy. Now I'm gonna take my time. I'm happy. Enjoying myself with lime. I'm happy. Escape from reality. Yay! And let lime take care of me. We're just happy and smiling, doing almost anything, having fun and just living. Shopping, chilling, everything.
Get happy with Barbados' largest and fastest 4G network. Activate any Lime prepaid or postpaid mobile plan today.
This is the Barbados Today evening update for Friday, October the 17th, 2014. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. We begin with news that the state-owned National Housing Corporation has sent out fresh eviction notices to its delinquent tenants. Although General Manager Lynette Napoleon Young declined to say how much money is owed, she confirmed that the notices were issued. While Napoleon Young did not provide details regarding the notices, Barbados Today understands the arrears exceed $1 million. When contacted, Minister of Housing and Lands Dennis Kelman said he had made a recommendation to the management on how to deal with the arrears, and he hoped the board would accept it. Kelman said he suggested that the NHC allow people to get current with their rents and pay on the arrears. One tenant in the Country Park high-rise apartments had owed the corporation as much as $2,700 dating back to mid-last year. A two-bedroom unit in the Country Park high-rise is rented for $650 per month. That's just over $160 a week, while a three-bedroom goes for $900 per month, $225 weekly. On a sad note, a British visitor is this island's latest road fatality. The man, whose identity has not yet been released by police, died on the spot after his hired motor car collided with a container truck along Buckley's Road in St. George. Police say the two vehicles were traveling in opposite directions when the accident occurred shortly before midday. The driver of the truck, 48-year-old Franklin Sterling of Hinesbury Road, St. Michael, escaped serious injury. Meantime, investigations were being carried out into another serious road accident, this time at Coverley Christchurch. It occurred around 10 a.m. involving a car and a motorcycle. The car was driven by 23-year-old Jalissa Calendar of Coverley, and the rider of the motorcycle was 48-year-old Tony Ford of Enterprise Christchurch. Ford received multiple injuries and was taken to the QEH by ambulance in an unconscious state. On the political scene, he is the brother of former Prime Minister and Barbados Labour Party leader, recently turned independent candidate Owen Arthur. But don't expect former St. Lucie candidate Richard Arthur to quit the BLP anytime soon. The younger Arthur, who represented St. Lucie back in 2003, tells Barbados Today that he was advised by the incumbent St. Peter representative to stay put and continue on in the BLP fold. Barbados Today understands that Richard is currently the unofficial campaign manager for Colin Jordan, and that he will nominate Jordan on Sunday as his brother's successor in St. Peter.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Catch the sun power.
In sports now, India took a 2-1 lead against the West Indies in their one-day international series following a 59-run victory in Dharamsala today. The events that followed suggested that today's win was a serious clincher, with one more game to play, which the West Indies will forfeit after pulling out of the rest of the tour. The teams played today with Virat Kohli helping the home side to amass a commanding total courtesy of a 127-run display, assisted by Suresh Raina, who contributed 71 to their 330 for 6 from 50 overs. Marlon Samuels did his best to keep the West Indies in with a shout of an unlikely victory with a brilliant 112. However, his dismissal left the tourists with too much to do. Haiti joins a growing list of Caribbean countries banning travelers from West Africa. Today, the Prime Minister Laurent Lamothe announced that the UN peacekeeping force in the country has suspended from its rotation troops from Ebola-affected countries as a preventive measure. Jamaica, Guyana, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Grenada also imposed similar bans as fears about the spread of the deadly disease dominate international attention. Still in the Caribbean, Bermudans are this hour weathering the fury of Hurricane Gonzalo. The country is now on lockdown for the Category 3 system, which is 50 miles off the southwest of the country. Predictions are that the island will get drenched with up to 6 inches of rainfall. Severe flooding accompanied by dangerous winds are also expected. Further afield now, 16 people lost their lives and another 11 were injured when a gate over a ventilation shaft collapsed at an outdoor concert in South Korea. We get more in this BBC report.
The immensely popular Korean girl band 4 Minute were playing on an open stage with a very big crowd. What seems to have happened is that in that crush, about 20 to 30 people, mostly students, got onto a raised concrete platform with a grid over an underground car park. And with the weight of the people on that grill, the whole thing collapsed and they went down into the shaft. There was then obviously an emergency operation with the death toll rising pretty quickly. There is also a wider debate in this country over safety standards.
And that BBC report brings us to the end of this week's updates. We'll be back again at 7 on Monday morning. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper and email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune in to Channel 101 on Lime TV to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a great and safe weekend.
This news update is brought to you by
I'm happy. Now I'm gonna take my time. I'm happy. Enjoying myself with lime. I'm happy. Escape from reality. Yay! And let life take care of me. We're just happy and smiling, doing almost anything, having fun and just living. Shopping, chilling, everything with my friends and enjoying, feeling happy once again. When we having fun, you don't know I like it. You don't know how I like it, feeling happy. All of we as one. You don't know